a new month. It's March. I am so looking forward to spring. There are flowers starting to appear outside my window. The weather is getting nicer here in Texas, and I am so ready to have a great month. My energy feels so different than what it felt at the beginning of the year, and I'm excited to make some stuff happen. So this is going to be a reset vlog. I'm going to basically reset my spaces, reset some of my calendars, reset finally some Kanban board just for the month of March, which I can't remember any time when I've only done a single month for my Kanban board, but I'm going to be doing that. And I'm going to be really refocusing, going back to my Q1 plan and seeing what hasn't been done yet. And I'm going to walk you through the process of how I basically reset each month. And this is going to be a little bit different because I got off to a rocky start to the year, but I've actually been crushing it on my main project, which is the reboot of Publish and Thrive. I have recorded and edited nearly 100 videos and done 6 hours or so of live streaming, Q&A, and lots of support. So that one project is flourishing or thriving, I guess you could say. But I need to reset myself for the month of March. And I'm going to explain to you kind of why, because I have some exciting things coming up. I'm going to be getting back into my writing, and I want to set myself up really well for Camp Nano and lots of good writing, hopefully finishing my book, The Disappearance of Vanessa Shaw, in the month of April. So I'm excited. Let's get going. Okay, so here's what we're going to tackle. All of my Kanban boards have still been set up for Q4 of 2022. And so I'm going to take you through, since so many of you love to see my review of last year and the reset, since I didn't get a chance to really do that, we are going to briefly go through how my goals turned out last year, what projects I didn't get finished, and how I've been working despite not having this done in Notion. And I'm also going to pull all these down and reset this for 1 month only for the month of March. I'm also going to clean up this space because I have been taking over this room as a recording room. So I've got some new lights here, which I really, really have loved. These are the best lights I've ever purchased. I also have my camera set up here, and I have my ring light and a fill light over here. So this has been sort of my little recording studio. If you haven't been around for a while, also brought my beautiful white roses rug into this room to sort of dampen the sound. And I really love how this turned out. But there are little spaces here, since I used to have all of these acrylic containers on the back of that desk. I didn't want to keep fiddling with it with the recording, so it all just kind of got smushed up here. I also have a bunch of stuff in the windowsill here. I have a stain on that rug there that came from a plant I had in the other room that I want to get rid of. And I just kind of want to tidy this up and tidy up some of the stuff I put on the floor over there. The other thing in this particular room is I have this really cool magnetic sort of, I don't know, acrylic calendar here. This came from, I think, Circle and Dot or something. I will link this in the description for you. But this was a really good tool for me last year. It basically has an undated calendar that you can use wet erase or dry erase markers, and you can see the full year at a glance. And I had used this, I don't even think I did a video on this, but I had used this with little pieces of washi tape to mark out just at a glance, so I could look and see what weeks do I have available? What week am I running Publish and Thrive again? Or what week am I running HB90? When are our virtual writing retreats? And that was really great. And towards the end of the year, I went ahead and set up January, February, and March for 2023, but the rest of this calendar is still set on 2022. So I'm probably going to take it off the wall, and I'm going to reset it with some of my markers and just take all that washi tape off. And I also kind of wanted to create more of a little station here with some other dry erase stuff and maybe like a little picture, just to make this a little bit more decorated. So I might get to that today as part of my routine. We'll see. But one of my first things that I do when I'm trying to reset is I reset my space. I am just by nature a sort of cluttery, I don't want to say a messy person. I don't tend to just have a lot of trash hanging around, but I'm just an untidy person. I'm organized in my plans, disorganized sometimes in my stuff, and it just doesn't come naturally to me to like have everything organized. And I've been working over the years to get better about like organizing things and giving everything a place. But I don't know. We've been renting for so long that I just haven't developed the right systems. But now we've been in this house as of like a couple weeks ago, we've been in this house for a year. And so I'm out of excuses and it's time to start creating systems. And that is going to be part of what I'm going to talk about when I get into my writer reset plans, because I've got some fun things I hope coming up about how to get back into your writing, and we're going to do it together. So if you've been struggling, let's do this. Two things I'm going to do right now. I am going to clear off all the stuff and clean up the things that I want to tidy up. And I'm going to remove all of the Post-it notes off of this board. But before we do that, let me go over sort of how my goals went in Q4 of 2022 and what these sticky notes are that are still left over. Okay, quick look at my goals for Q4. Ignite my community and passion by engaging and delivering high vibe content. This looks like publish Disappearance of Vanessa Shaw. Boo. Did not happen, sadly. Move on, hopefully in Q2. Grow my coven, which is my Facebook group, to 3,000. So I got to that bottom number there. So I also wanted to get my newsletter to 9,500 active subscribers. I recently cut my list in half and started a new campaign for that. So I did get it back up to 9,500. My Instagram, I wanted to go 8,700 or higher, which I did get to. YouTube up to 9,000 or more, which I got to as well. So I hit all of my goals, except for I didn't publish the Disappearance of Vanessa Shaw. Now, in terms of being proud of my writing progress, though, this is probably the most I have moved down and written. I wrote over 60,000 words in the month in Q4 last year. And I'm really proud of this. So you can see the 61,000 there didn't get done. I didn't send out as many newsletters as I intended. I obviously didn't get to my edits or any of the publishing things. So those are all publishing Post-it notes. But if you've been around for a while, you know that I've been struggling to move any Post-its on this board. So that is a win to me. Plus, I had a very successful Spooktacular celebration, which was a fan event that I ran in October, and that really got my engagement up. So I'm very proud of that. Then this next part, section 2 here, let me move to the window. To create quality, heartfelt content for Heart Breathings to grow my impact and income. This is kind of my goal number 2. And let's take a look. So Instagram, I wanted to get to 11,750 or up to 12,000. And I hit 12,000 before the end of the year. YouTube got up to the third number here with 60,000 on YouTube by the end of the year. So thank you for that. I also made it to the top level on my Etsy and my course income. And so I hit all of those goals in the top tier. So I always do a good, better, best goal. And I hit the best goal in all of those. Now, I will say there was some trade-offs there because I was busier in Q4 than I wanted to be overall. I was getting things done, but I was too busy and I would like to not be that busy. So you can see there's a few Post-it notes that didn't get done. So I didn't do a masterclass for Publish and Thrive. I also didn't quite finish all of my outlines of my slides for Publish and Thrive, which is why I've been so busy in Q1. And then I also had planned to do a mini course about long-term planning, and I did not get to do that, but I got everything else done and I'm proud of it. Now, this third goal is more of my personal goal, so I don't always worry so much about the timing with that. But just to kind of pull back here, I had this goal of step into the next level version of myself by attaining at least 1,000 points. And so I had these ways of tracking my points, and I did not get this. I was at 425 points instead of 1,000. And you can see the correlation here. So I totally nailed these other two goals, and you can tell by all the Post-its that got done. Did not nail this goal and sadly didn't finish a lot of the projects there. And really what this continues to teach me when I do my goals in this way and I can visually see them on the board, like what I was doing, it just goes to prove every single time that if I am super, super busy with my work, that this personal stuff falls off the wayside. It's very difficult for me to keep my house clean, to organize things, to spend extra time with my family, to work on my own health, to eat right, to exercise when I'm so focused on these other goals. And the hard part is that I feel like if I slow down on a lot of my other goals, I post less videos, I'm not as active on social media, I'm not running as many promotions or as many like free series, then my growth slows down. So if I take time for my health, I make less money or I grow less on YouTube. And so sometimes it becomes a difficult decision to make. Like, do I continue on with growing this career that I've worked so hard on and continuing to serve everyone that I can and try to make a difference in the world? Or do I stop and try to like take care of my PCOS and my health? And I keep feeling like somewhere there's an answer of how to balance those two things. And I just haven't fully found that balance yet. And I noticed even in the first couple months of this year of 2023, because I haven't been posting as much on YouTube, I haven't been posting on Instagram, all of that growth has just kind of flatlined. I'm not getting as many new subscribers. And I think that can be one of the most frustrating parts of being an online creator. It's like you work your whole life to get all these books up and you build up a good career. But if you can't keep publishing fast, it all slows down. Same thing with you build up a great YouTube channel, but if you slow down a little bit, you get less growth or it slows down or less people watch your videos. And I think that's the hard thing about just kind of in any online business is you have to keep working hard or at least try to figure out the things that are moving the needle the most in order to continue to grow. And there's no, like people talk about passive income, but none of this is passive. Like you have to continue to feed it. You have to continue to nurture it. And yes, I can work on hiring more of team, but then you have to pay that team and then they become dependent on you for income. And so it gets a little bit complicated. But anyway, I won't go too deep into that, but I'll just say this is a correlation I have noticed is that, yay, I got like totally killed it with these two goals. But then my personal stuff with my PCOS and health and keeping the house organized did not happen. So continuing to strive for balance and doing my best. And, it's going to be great. So that's kind of a recap that I didn't get to do at the beginning of the year of how this went. So now I'm going to clean this up, pull those Post-it notes down, and I'm going to reset this for just the month of March in Q1. I've been working on actually creating some jars of all of the ones that I've completed. So I'm going to hold on to the ones that were completed, and the ones that didn't get done, I'm just going to recycle. So that is that. Now, usually if I want to create purple sticky notes for this first one, because purple is sort of my brand color for Sarra Cannon, I would cut them down. But since I'm only going to be doing for 1 month, I don't want to bother with that. I want to use ones that are already the size. The Post-it notes that I like best are this like 1 inch by 2 inch size that are sort of rectangular. And if I can, I get the super sticky Post-it notes. If you buy the Post-it notes that are not brand name off of Amazon, they're just going to fall off of your wall. So get Post-it notes, get the super sticky brand. If they don't have the color that you want, you can buy the 3x3, the bigger ones, and then cut them down. I don't like to put the 3x3s up on the board just because they're so big that I can't really fit as many as I want on the board without it looking kind of ridiculous or getting unwieldy. So I use these smaller ones and I only use Post-it brand. Just a couple tips. Another tip is if you don't want them to curl, don't pull them off the top like this, because if you do that, they're going to curl and they're going to show up on your board like that. But if you don't want them to curl, you peel them. And I don't know if I can do this one-handed, but you pull this. So here's the sticky part on this side. You pull down instead of up. And when you pull down, they lay flat. You can kind of see the difference here. But if you pull them upward, they're going to curl. And if you pull them, like you hold on to the side and you pull them downward, they won't curl. So Don't know if I explained that perfectly, but I'm gonna go look through my sticky note stash because of course I have lots of them. And I'm gonna pick out 3 colors that I don't have to cut down. And then I'm gonna finish up cleaning real quick. And then I'm going to create my sticky notes for the month of March. I already have all of this information in my Notion dashboard, and I will have a video next week setting up and showing you how I use HB90 in my Notion dashboard. And if I can, I'll do a template for you, but I don't know how to set that up yet. So we'll see, but I'll at least walk you through how I set it up. And then I'm also going to, reset that calendar. So yeah, I'm pretty excited. I'm feeling good about March. The other thing that I'm going to do while I'm cleaning is part of my monthly routine is to reset my A5 binder. So my main do or die carry with me everywhere planner is my HB90 planner inserts inside an A5 3-ring binder like this. And I have lots of them and I love them. They're my favorite, but it's really fun to be able to go to my shelves and just pick out the color that I want to use for spring or whatever. I have multiple like stacks like this. And so I have been actually using, because I've been so busy, this pink one, which is my favorite planner. I've been using this all year so far, so for 2 full months, but I'm ready for a little bit of a change. So I'm actually going to switch from this pink one to this purple one. I know it's a little dark in the lighting here because I turned my lights the other way, but I love this one. This is also a Kiki K planner that was from, I think, 2016. And I just adore it. So I'm going to set this up today. So one of the things I'm going to do is go into my digital dash box from Planner Press, where she has a bunch of printable dashboards every month. And I'm going to download those and start printing some of those out while I'm cleaning. So planner reset, calendar reset, Kanban board reset. We are getting things done. Hey, so it's day 2 of my reset. I have been so busy and productive so far today. Have not gotten a ton of the cleaning done. However, I have gotten so many edits done and I've almost finished the HB90 planner for Q2. So now I'm going to indulge in a little bit of planning and reset. Evie is my little companion down here today. She's working in one of her sensory boxes and I'm going to play with my planners. So she's got a sensory box from Young, Wild, and Friedman, and she's going to be playing next to me. And I need to make all of my Post-it notes for my Kanban board. I have some Honest Company baby wipes so I can wipe down all of the old dates on here. And I'm just going to pull all the washi tape off, reset the dates, and put my calendar together. I think I am mostly done. We have storms coming in this afternoon, so I'm going to try to wrap this up for myself. But I have all of my Post-its. It looks like I scrunched a few for um, my 3 goals, and there are less Post-its here than there would be if I was doing a whole 90 days, but I'm doing just a month, and we'll see how this goes. And I'm excited to at least have this set up for the last month of the quarter. Then I set up my yearly calendar with all of the big dates. Now, I haven't gotten granular here with every single YouTube video or every meeting or anything like that. It's just the big things, like I'm going to the NINC conference this year. When are the HB90 boot camps? When are the double down days? Just kind of the big picture stuff that is going to be like vacations or time off, or when does Renee have a week off, those kind of things, so that I can just reference them very easily when I'm looking at my, up from my desk. And I used to keep a calendar very similar to this, that I just got a frame, like a picture frame, a large picture frame off of Amazon. And then I bought a big calendar off of Amazon. And what's great about using something like this in a picture frame is that you can clear off the dates and not use the calendar. So I'm not actually writing on the calendar underneath. So I can use this for years and years and years to come. Now, the reason that I purchased this one is because it's actually magnetic, and I have these really strong magnets that it came with. And so I could actually put photos or other things on here. I haven't really used the magnetic stuff as much as I thought I would, but we'll see if I can come up with some fun ways to use it. But I do like the color, and I do like just having one big picture view of my year. So I'm going to go put this back on the wall. I'm going to go put my kanban board together. And I did take a little bit of time to put together my March planner. I printed out the latest digital dash box, and then I ended up not using it. I used some old ones that I had printed from a few years back. I don't know if anybody here is using the digital dash box from Planner Press, but I've been subscribed to her for years and years, and I just feel like it's gone really downhill. All of the designs used to be really cohesive, and there would be like little extras and ephemera and different things you could print out. And now it's like, I don't even feel like all the dashboards really match. So I printed it out and thought, nah, I don't really want to use that. So I might let go of that subscription. I have loved it, but I don't feel like she's putting as much work into it these days, which, hey, we all got to do the best we can. But yeah, I love the way this turned out from an older digital dash box, and I'm ready to just reset everything, including my attitude, my energy, everything for March. Okay, so here are my Kanban boards just for the month of March, mostly on goal 1. The only things I have planned right now are just to get back into my story, set up my new planner for my plot. I also want to finish the Strengths for Writers course, and I have some other tasks and newsletters that have gone up there, as well as a lot of work on fixing up my writer's room. And of course, most of these goals were set back in Q1 or at the beginning of Q1 or just before, but I'm just now setting up my Kanban board because I've been doing everything in Notion. And like I said, next week there will be a full walkthrough of how I set up Notion. There's a lot more stuff going on for goal number 2 because it's just really heavy heart breathings with HB90 and still finishing up Publish and Thrive. So that's most of what this is, as well as all my videos I'm going to be posting. And then this is my sort of catch-all 6 months for life goals. And so it's a lot of trying to establish a habit of getting on the treadmill every other day, doing my 6 months for life goals for the next 6 months, meal planning and vision boarding and some other stuff like that. So everything is set up for a month. I have never, I don't think, set up my Kanban boards for a month, but this is your reminder and your encouragement that you can really reset yourself at any point in time. It doesn't have to be the beginning of a month. It doesn't have to be the beginning of a year. But if you can clean up your spaces, give yourself whatever motivation you need, find that motivation within yourself or through others to just get a restart, get a fresh start, take any rest that you need, and then jump back in. It doesn't have to be like life-changing. It's just simple things of saying, I'm going to reset myself. I'm going to try my best to get back into a place where I am working on my goals, where I am working on myself, and I'm not giving up. Now, sometimes we're going to be in a period of burnout where that's not going to be the best choice for us, but if you know and you've been feeling a pull toward getting back into your goals, try just doing a quick reset like I have done right here. It's already made me feel so much better just to know I kind of have a plan for the next month and how I'm going to proceed from there. All right, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed my little March reset. I did actually do a little bit more cleaning, and I'm going to be working on that continuing on because for me, one of the biggest things that changes my energy is to organize my space because it tends to get out of control and it feels so good when I feel like it's all organized again. So I'm going to be continuing to work on that. And also just the knowledge that I have a plan in place, I have very specific tasks, and I know exactly what I'm going to do makes me feel refreshed. I have my planners refreshed. I finally have some tasks like getting that stuff on the wall that I had been hoping to do at the very beginning of the year. So it's never too late to continue to work on your goals. It's never too late to reset, refresh, get going again. So if you want to learn this planning system, my HB90 course will be opening for enrollment on Sunday, and we will be running that course starting on March 19th. It's a week-long course. I would love for you to join us. If you've been looking forward to the Q2 planners for HB90, those will get posted by the end of this weekend. And we've got Double Down Day and the March Notebook Challenge coming up. So it's busy times, but I hope you're feeling good. I hope you're excited for your own goals, and thank you so much for being a part of this channel and this community. All right, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.